I want to spray out every line, even these inlay lines, just to get a real nice look and feel for what this space is going to be. Since I have these 3 radius stakes in that determine some of the spacing, I'm going to spray out those radiuses to get me started, and then I'm going to connect those lines. I use this 100-foot tape that has a nice loop on the end right here. I loop that around my grade stake. That's going to allow me to swing a nice radius with my paint stick. I'm going to bring this out to 8 foot 2 inches and put my paint stick on that mark. This is the outer part, the outer border of this section of pavers. It's then cut off by the hot tub pad, but it gets me started. Now it's part of the inlay. Over there it's the border, here it's the inlay. So whenever I'm laying out a concrete box that needs to be parallel to something, obviously I'm going to measure a parallel off of the house. So this concrete box or the foundation for this spa is kind of floating out here in the yard or the design, but I need to dial that in and make it parallel to the foundation of the home to set up the design. So I'm simply going to find one side, 256 off of that slab, which is going to give me a nice parallel line to start to set up one side of this foundation for the hot tub. Outside of this flagstone inlay is a boulder backdrop, but those boulders are going to be set on the same radius. This is the boulder backdrop or built-in seating I like to include in these fire pit areas. This is like the back side. We're gonna have a bar here. This is kind of the back side of the bar where you'd have your stools. Nice radius. Gets right back into this one. Now this is a bit of a freehand curve, but I can give myself some references on how far it is off of there, how far this point is off of there, to give me that nice curve and that flowing walkway. There it is. You come down these steps, takes you into this area, which is the spa and the bar. This same toner texture is a walkway that leads you around to the fire pit. And the reason it leads you around is because this inlay is for the table, right? So this inlay is the table feature, the fire feature, and the spa. We're simply getting around this space by creating banding lines to create the flow for traffic just by default, right? When we're in this dining inlay, we're also able to get at the back side of this bar, which is where we have our stools set up. So all the dining is on one inlay, and we get from the spa to the fire pit area with another inlay.
All right, one of the main reasons I wanted to spray this out is because I'm gonna be bringing in my subcontractor to help me with the excavation and the base prep. And the things I'm gonna explain to him on what we're gonna do or our goals as we start to excavate this is to give it that base extension, or what I like to call the shoulder of the road. Now I sprayed this whole thing out according to the exact dimensions of the design, but when I'm putting my foundation material in, I wanna make sure I overrun those by at least 12 inches. I used to say 6, the older I get and the more side failures or border failures I've seen, I'm gonna say let's give us 12 inches of a shoulder of the road to make sure that we never see these border pavers falling off of here. We never see these boulders tipping backwards. That's the purpose of the base extension. We're also gonna be putting our perma-edge concrete edge restraint on that base extension. So we're over digging our entire design by a minimum of 12 inches. I also left my grade stakes in here. I'm gonna make my operator move around those because as he starts to wipe them out and get rid of the sod, I still wanna bring back my tape measure and reference these radiuses to make sure that he did indeed dig a shoulder of the road. So I have my grade stakes in to make sure I can spray this out multiple times. Once the excavation is done, I will spray it out again to make sure we're dug wide enough. Once the base is in, I will spray it out again to make sure the base is in wide enough and to know where to put my bedding layer. And then obviously once my bedding layer is down, I will spray it out again. I can't say enough about the spray paint, guys. It's just like when a builder is setting up to build a home, he's using lines on the floors to put up his walls, and he's always referencing those lines. We are always referencing our lines when we're building a hardscape with our spray paint. Okay, so now I'm bringing in my subcontractor who's going to help me with the excavation and the base preparation. Another reason I wanted to spray out all the lines is to get him excited about what we're building, explain the inlays, explain the over dig. We want a base extension on here, so these lines are per design. My excavator or my subcontractor is going to make everything even larger than this to make sure we have enough base, that shoulder of the road, and that base extension.
So right now I got my skid steer operator just scraping the topsoil off of here, and at the same time he's building up the grade on the outside. As we bring up the gravel here, we need something to hold it in.